All right, Ethan. So, first things first, before you start a workout, I would suggest that you start with a warm up and stretching. Usually, what I do for a warm up is I either do I'll do jumping jacks or I'll do burpees because that way, jumping jacks and burpees use basically every muscle you have. So whether you're about to do a leg day or a chest day, then you've warmed up those muscles. So just getting your blood flowing and your heart pumping. It's like I'll do either like 100 jumping jacks or I'll do like 20 or 30 burpees. I'm sure you know what a jumping jack is. Just in case you don't know what a burpee is, a burpee is basically, hold on, let me get this angle situated. A burpee is basically you go down, Ozzy, get up. You go down and do a squat, go down and do a push up, back up like that, and then you do a jump. So that way you use every part of your body. And then after that, just do stretches. So for example, if you're gonna work out chest, you can do some of these. If you're gonna work out your back, you can do some of these. Let's see what else. If you're gonna work out like legs, you can do some of these. If you're gonna work out shoulders, you can do some of these. So on and so forth. You can also just look on Google too. There's a lot of stretches online. And so you're gonna do what's called a muscle split. So basically it's a schedule of what muscles you'll be working out. So like the muscle split I do is, it'll vary depending on how busy I'm in the week, and there'll be days I can't work out, but let's just assume that you can work out Monday through Friday on a given week. Then on Monday, I would suggest doing chest and back. Then Tuesday you do shoulders and arms. Wednesday you can do legs and abs. And then you repeat it. So Thursday, chest and back. Friday, shoulders and arms. And then if you want to work out a sixth day, you could do legs and abs on a Saturday. But usually I just stick to 5 days a week. And then let's say that let's say I'm busy on Friday, so I don't work out, what would that be? So I don't work out the shoulders and arms. Then I would just resume it on Monday. So let's say Friday I skip it, Saturday, Sunday I don't do anything. Then Monday, because I skipped it, then I do shoulders and arms, legs and abs on the Tuesday, and so on and so forth. So I just make sure I keep it in rotation. So that way, for example, if your chest is sore after doing chest and back, then you have 2 more days until you're gonna work it out again. And so that way your muscles have a certain amount of time to recoup and to build themselves, because resting is super important. So anyway, so we're just gonna assume that you have a Monday through Friday week for what I'm about to show you. So on Monday you do chest and back. So what I would suggest is doing, with what you have, push-ups are gonna be the best thing you can do for chest. And so I'll show you a basic push-up. Make sure you get what's called a full range of motion. So make sure that you're going all the way down, all the way up. Here, hold on, get Ozzy up. Ozzy, go. So this is a basic push-up. Your hands about shoulder width. Then you go down. I like to touch my chest or my chin to the ground. So just down and up. And you're just focusing on obviously your arms and your shoulders helping you. You're focusing on your chest, doing most of the work. And then real quick, you have this is gonna be a lot of information at once. You have what's called primary and secondary muscles. So if you're doing a chest day, for example, you're doing push-ups, your primary muscles would be your chest. So of course you have secondary muscles like your arms are helping you, but you want to focus on tightening your chest, and you want to focus on that the most. So that'd be your primary muscle you're working out. So anyway, so I would do, and I usually do 3 sets for everything. So you can do 3 sets of push-ups, regular push-ups. Then I usually do 3 sets, and I do 3 different exercises for each muscle group on each day. So for example, I do the regular push-ups, and then you can do, they're called diamond push-ups. I used to do this in kickboxing all the time. And let's say this is too difficult for you. Let's say you can't do like your feet back and doing this full thing. You can just put I think you can see in the video, you can put your knees on the ground and then do that and do an assisted push-up. So you can do that to help you to gain the strength to be able to do a good amount of normal push-ups. But anyway, so these are diamond push-ups. So I think you can see in the video, but I'm making a diamond shape with my hands. And then you're gonna go down. That'll be using more of your inner chest when you're doing that. And then another push-up you can do So let's say you've done 3 sets of regular push-ups, 3 sets of diamond push-ups. Then you're gonna do 3 sets of wide grip push-ups. So my hands are out wider than shoulder width. I'm going down, touch my chest or my chin. You're just focusing on your chest. So that could be an entire, like your entire chest workout right there, just doing those 3 different push-ups. Let's see what else. Oh, and then also, let's say you're just tired doing push-ups and you want to switch up something else. Then you can do these. So you're focused on tightening your chest. You don't want to do curls necessarily, but you're going to keep your arms kind of a slightly bent position. You don't want to be moving your arms while you do this. You don't want to be like unstable. With all these, you want to be stable. So you're going to tighten your chest, and you're going to use your chest to tighten up and kind of pull your arms up like a lever. So those would be called pec flies. So you do those, and then for back, these are the ones I showed you yesterday, but I'm just gonna show it to you again so you have a video to watch. So for back, you can do what's called rows. So you're gonna kind of bend over like this, have your butt out, and make sure you're stabilizing yourself with your legs. And then you're gonna be pulling the dumbbells up like that. And just imagine your elbows touching the sky. So down, then back up. Then you can also do these. So I showed you yesterday, it's like another angle. It's like that. You're just focusing on your back, raising up. So you're not using your arms to try and get up. Your arms are helping you. They're a secondary muscle. You're using your back as a primary muscle to do that. And then of course, you can also do shrugs. So you can get the big like trap muscles right here by your shoulders. So you're just pretending that your shoulders are gonna touch your ears and then down. So that would be an entire chest and back day. I'm trying to go quickly through this. I want to give you as much information as possible in as quick as time. So on the Tuesday, you do shoulders and arms. So I'd start with what's called military press or shoulder press. You take the dumbbells, go here. Of course, you want to pick a weight where it's challenging. You're not like falling over. So you go ahead. You're gonna focus on your shoulders, do the main bulk of the work. You go up, keeping everything stable, down, and I would do a moderate pace. So kind of like for all these exercises, I would just do something like that. Like you want it slow, stable, and you're really to feel. I wouldn't. Occasionally, I will do fast stuff just to switch it up, so you can do that. But I would only suggest doing a faster repetition if once you've learned how to make it stable. So you don't want to do fast, but you're kind of like all over the place. You don't want to drop a dumbbell on yourself or hurt your shoulders. You want to be very careful with shoulders. Next, so let's say you've done that. You can do what's called lateral raises. So we go to this angle. This is using the side part of your shoulder. So you're going like this. So it should look like this. So the dumbbells are out like right from my crotch. You're going up like that to each side and down. You're focusing on your shoulders. You don't want to focus so much. It's easy to make your back do a lot of the work. You don't want to do that. You want to focus on your shoulders, taking up all that weight going up and down. Next, so I want to show you. So this one's a little more difficult, but it's working out the back part of your shoulder, your rear delts. So your shoulders are made up of 3 parts, so front, side, rear. So that's the order we're going in right now. So for rear delts, I'm going to show you a few different angles. So your grip's going to be like this, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to focus on rotating with that back part of your shoulder. So if you look at the dumbbell, look at the rotation right here. You're twisting it up as you go, holding it for a second, and back down. Like that. And so you're just working on that rear part of your shoulder doing the work. So that would be a shoulder routine right there. It's the main one I've done for years and it works. Then you're gonna do bicep curls. So like I said the other day, different grips are gonna work slightly different parts of your biceps. I would just make sure you just switch it up. So you can do the regular curls, the regular grip. Again, like not too fast, but just enough where you can keep it stable. You can fill in your arms. Switch it up, do what's called hammer curls. So you do these. That's the main 2 type of curls. And then you can also do, you can also increase the weight on them a little bit, and you can do some of these. So you're kind of doing a curl like that, and you can touch your chest if you want to. You can do those. Those are also pretty killer. You can keep doing preacher curls like you've been doing. For triceps, I'd say the biggest 2 are gonna be these tricep kickbacks. So you're just focusing, you're keeping your whole body still. Nothing's moving except my arms. So you're keeping your arms stable. Back, you're gonna do, it might be hard to see in the video, you're gonna do a slight curvature. So see how I do that, where I get the dumbbell and it's kind of curved. You can really get that tricep to do that work for you. Then there'll also be overhead tricep presses. So just make sure, be careful the dumbbells you have, they don't hit the back of your head. But you're just gonna go like that. That'll really work this right here, the upper part, the upper head of your tricep. So that'll be a whole, a Tuesday shoulder and arm routine. So then on a Wednesday for legs and abs, I'm gonna have to tilt this down. So for legs and abs, kind of showed you yesterday, you can hold these up, kind of have like the end of the dumbbells on your shoulders resting a little bit. You can go down. For squats, you're just making sure that you're, and these will take lots of practice. They'll feel awkward at first. You might almost even fall over as you're practicing, but you just want to work on being stable, work on having everything even, work on using your butt in congruency with your thighs. And so you're just resting them. You can go down like that. You can go as far as you can without any pain or without any uncomfortability. So here's a side view. So down like that, back up. You can also do dumbbell deadlifts. So you're gonna have the dumbbells down like this. So this will be your starting position here. Similar to a squat, but you're using just a different variation, I guess. You're going like that. So that would be a dumbbell deadlift. You can also do lunges. So you go down like this, do a side view, like that. So these would be forward lunges. So going like this, boom, boom. Or you can start out like this, go backwards, that'll be a backwards lunge. And then you can also do calf raises. So you can do those. You'll probably be able to do a lot of them. But the biggest thing about repetitions here is just going to failure, going to where you can't do any more with a decent form. And that's how you know your body's gonna make some muscle for you. So that'll be a leg routine right there. And then for abs, the main 3 ab exercises I do is basically, and if you can't, you can put a couch or your bed over your feet or something heavy to keep you in place if you can't just do a normal sit-up yet, which is fine. That's how I had to start. But for a sit-up, you're just going down, you're focusing your abs, and you can look at the ceiling and look, oh, I'm sorry from doing sit-ups earlier. So you can go ahead, you can look at the ceiling, use your abs, and look up like that. So that would be sit-ups. You can also do crunches, which are similar, you're just not going all the way. So you do that, tighten your abs, back down, tighten your abs, back down. You don't necessarily want to just be bending your back. You want to be using your abs to lift the upper part of you up. So those are sit-ups. These are called Russian twists. These are for the more your sides of your abs. You're gonna sit, get your feet up like me, and then you're gonna put your arms to the side, touch the ground, touch the ground, touch the ground. And keep doing those until you can't no more. And then you can do leg raises. Sit lay on the ground like this. And then use your abs to lift your legs up. You can even make it a little harder. Lift your legs up and then push up like that. So that would be a whole leg and ab routine. And then you would just repeat that. So for Thursday, then you do chest and back. Friday, shoulders and arms. Saturday, legs and abs. That would be a 6-day routine. Or let's say you like working out legs more than arms. Then you could do legs and abs on Monday, chest and back on Tuesday, shoulders and arms on Wednesday, legs and abs on Thursday. Yeah, I think that's all I got for you.